Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the university, graduands, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's special celebration of graduands from University College, the College of Business and Economics and Graduate Research. Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. As I cast my eyes around the 336 graduates in this magnificent hall, I'm interested in all of your stories and the journey that you have all been on to arrive here today. I'm confident that you all have stories that are worth reflecting on, stories worth celebrating, and stories that are uniquely yours. For many of you, your journey has likely included highs, lows, uncertainty, optimism, successes, and great challenge. But today you are here. You have made it, and today is your day. Today you'll be formally recognised for your study, but today is much, much more than that. The relationships, the connections, and the place in which you have learned are of great significance, and I applaud you for choosing the University of Tasmania as your place of study. You are all a special part of the Tasmanian brand, and individually and collectively represent Tasmania's quiet pursuit of the extraordinary. I encourage you all to be custodians of and take your responsibility to contribute to the Tasmanian brand very seriously. As I stand here today, I reflect on my journey at the University of Tasmania and what that has meant for me. It doesn't seem that long ago that I was a fresh-faced graduate that had grown up in a working-class family, going to school indeed in the northern suburbs of Hobart, and becoming the first person in my family to go to university. I found myself in this foreign and daunting, yet exciting environment. It was a time of my life of great change and exploration, of possibilities and potential, yet uncertainty and naivety. Maybe some of you are experiencing some of those feelings as you sit here this evening. I've learned a lot in the 20 years since then. There have been times when I've zigged and I should have zagged. There are things that I've done well, and there are things that I've done poorly. There are things that I should have, could have, and maybe even would have done differently if I had my time again. Yet I reflect with great enthusiasm and optimism, as it is those learnings that make me the person that I am here today. Today I thought I'd share some of my learnings with you all. They're simple reflections that I hope might be of interest to you all. So here we go. You all have a personal brand. The personal brand is a representation of who you are and how others feel about you. Being purposeful and focused around how you grow and evolve your personal brand should become a guiding principle for how you act and the decisions you make into the future. I encourage you all to define your brand and own it. Goal setting is important. Take time to think about the future and what you want to achieve. Do it consciously. A trusted person once told me that for every major goal you set, you need 7 minor goals to aid you on your journey to get you there. Having big, hairy, audacious goals is a great thing, but make sure you take the time to think through the smaller steps that might help you achieve that big one. Goals can be like eating an elephant, overwhelming, but achievable if you do it one bite at a time. I encourage you to be a team player, both professionally and personally. I have found that achieving things with others is much, much more rewarding than doing it on your own. So many facets of my life have required working with others. There are very few things that I have achieved purely on my own. In fact, I'd say none. Having worked with and alongside great team players, and some very ordinary team players, I know how valuable and how destructive it can be if you cannot play as a team. I encourage you all to think about the type of team player you are, how you can be a better team player, and what sort of team you'd like to be on. And importantly, if the team you're not on is no good for you, leave. Invest in relationships. Genuinely caring about other people and developing and growing your relationships is not only the right thing to do, it's the sensible thing to do. Develop varied and broad relationships. Don't limit yourself to particular groups or cohorts. Extend yourself by meeting and valuing others. I have learned and progressed the most when I've surrounded myself by those that challenge my way of thinking, yet share common values. Generally, these people are those with different lived experience and perspectives to me. You have a group of graduates sitting alongside of you today that are a brilliant starting point for your professional network into the future. You all share or will shortly share a certificate from the University of Tasmania, as do the graduates that come before you. Tap into this resource. You will be amazed about that one commonality and how much of a catalyst that will be for developing new and valuable relationships. Be kind and practice gratitude. What is said is true. What you achieve is important, but how you make people feel is how you'll be remembered. This is relevant both personally and professionally. Be someone that makes others feel good, that others love to be around, and that brings light into a room. I believe that by being kind, you will achieve more. Be grateful for what you have and who and what has helped you get to where you are today. Say thank you and acknowledge others. People will want to be with you, and work for you. I would suggest that every morning or evening, you take the time to think of one thing that you are grateful for. It's good practice. It's healthy practice. Your health and well-being must come first. Your health really is your wealth, and without it, you have nothing. The role that well-being plays in what you achieve professionally is enormous, and countless studies clearly demonstrate this. At the age of 35, I got a reality check around my health and well-being. I was lucky. I was in good shape to be able to deal with the challenge that was thrown my way. The major lesson that I learned was that staying fit and well was key to being able to deal with challenges that will invariably be thrown all of our way in the future. At times, putting your well-being at the front of your decision-making might be difficult, but it is the last thing that you should lose, as you invariably will get busy. Making well-being a part of your life and not an add-on to your daily program is essential. Being consistent in your efforts and prioritising your well-being every single day is of great importance. If some of you are sitting here tonight squirming inside, thinking about how you're looking after yourselves physically, emotionally and spiritually, I urge you to be truthful, objective and realistic, and make good choices around prioritising you. You only have one of you. My last learning is simply to have a crack. In the words of American ice hockey legend Wayne Gretzky, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You must have a go to move forward, and if you don't have a go, you will never know. Opportunities will present. I encourage you to grasp those opportunities and run hard with them. There have been so many times in my journey where I've learned that putting your hand up and presenting yourself will create opportunity. Sometimes moving sideways and even backwards provide the most interesting and fruitful opportunities. Your journey is highly unlikely to be linear, so consider all opportunities that come your way. Today is a very special day. You should all be very proud of yourselves. Today is a day to reflect on your past and look to the future. My excitement for all of you is real. I cannot wait to watch and partake in all of your contributions. Go well. Today is your day.